Hello, good morning. This is Bhishma Debrai, an assistant teacher of Ahmadpur Nunubi High School. It's one of the most renowned schools in Feni district. It's also a great pleasure to me that I have become the part of this school. First of all, I want to thank to Almighty because He has given me a chance to communicate with you through this device, that means through mobile phone. I hope you are quite well and safe. I'm also safe and quite well also by the grace of Almighty. And I know and believe that you are learning different things staying at home. Keep learning and keep studying. Uh, well, today we are going to learn a very confusing topic in English grammar named tag question. Someone calls it confusing or someone calls it interesting. It is confusing to those who don't have the basic rules of making tag question. On the other hand, it's very interesting and easy to those who have already known the basic rules of making tag question. Well, don't worry, I will make it interesting to you. Mm, Before going through this topic, we need to learn the meaning of tag. What is tag? Tag means to add something, to add whatever it is, to add it may be question. That means tag question means a kind of short question that comes after the statement. Actually, we usually use tag question in our daily conversation life. Why do we need to use tag question? We need to use tag question for confirmation or for agreement so that someone or something is correct. Here you go, some examples. He is a boy, isn't he? She was not a student, was she? That means in the first example we have seen that he is a boy, isn't he? That's called a tag question of the statement. Through this tag we can clearly say that he is really a boy, not a girl. And the second example, she was not a student, was she? That means through this tag she was not a student. She might be a teacher, she might be a doctor. Well, to make a tag question is very easy if you know the technique of making tag question. There is one formula. The formula is you have to use comma after the statement and then use helping verb or auxiliary verb, or auxiliary verb or helping verb, then use pronoun, and then you have to use question mark. That means you have to use comma in the replacement of full stop and then use helping verb and then add pronoun, and last you have to use question mark. One thing you will always have to remember that uh, if there is a positive statement, your tag question must be in the negative form. On the other hand, if your statement is a negative form, your tag question must be in a positive form. That means positive statement will always take a negative tag. On the other hand, negative statement will always take a positive tag. Another thing you will always have to remember that um, whenever you want to use helping verb, you must use according to the um, subject, person or tense of the statement. That means helping verb is always used according to the subject, person or tense of the statement. Another thing you must always remember that whenever you want to use or whenever you need to use negative form of the tag question, you must use contracted form of this. That means you must use negative contracted form. Here are some examples of negative contracted form of the auxiliaries. Um, have not will turn haven't, has not will turn hasn't, could not will turn couldn't, would not wouldn't, must not mustn't, might not mightn't, may not mayn't, am not aren't, shall not shan't, will not aren't, cannot can't, do not don't, does not doesn't, did not didn't. Among the negative contracted forms of the auxiliaries, these four are very important. Now I'm giving you some examples. Uh, at first you have to use comma at the end of your statement, then use helping verb earn, and then you have to use pronoun, and then you have to use question mark. Another example, in the second example you have to use comma, then use helping verb, and then use pronoun of the statement, and then use question mark. Is it clear to you? Now I'm giving you some task for homework. I'm a student. You are no. Here some examples you have for homework. I am a student. You are not a doctor. They shall do the work. He can do it. Well, this is the end of today's lesson. Keep practicing. I will be back with another part of this lesson. Till then, thank you to all.